Continuing on with our war film series, we're moving back yet another 10 years and looking at the best war movies made in the 1980s. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more lists like this. Number 10, Gallipoli.
Come on, deeper. Come on, deeper, deeper. Here, boy, here. That's it.
Whilst the film did receive some criticism for its historical inaccuracies, Peter Weir's Gallipoli is a World War I classic to be revered. Starring Mark Lee and Mel Gibson, Gallipoli depicts two young Australians on their way to the disastrous campaign, with the final scenes depicting the slaughter at the Battle of the Neck in 1915, resulting in truly unforgettable cinema. Australia lost 8,500 men in the bloody Gallipoli campaign against the Ottoman Turks. It's a devastating portrayal of lost innocence with some truly grueling and painful battle scenes.
I want you all to remember who you are. You're the 10th Light Horse, men from Western Australia. Don't forget it. Good luck.
Number 9, The Big Red One. Sam Fuller had already been a crime reporter, pulp novelist, screenwriter and soldier before he became a director. Whilst he brought his World War II experiences to many of his films, Fuller wrote most of his autobiographical elements into this project, a sprawling war film based on his experiences in the Army's 1st Infantry Division. Fuller captures the ravages of war on both soldiers and civilians, whilst also depicting why sometimes fighting becomes the only choice.
Make millions of splinters. They're not aiming at us, they're just hitting the trees.
Number 8, Grave of the Fireflies. Studio Ghibli has a gift for transforming somewhat harsh subject matter into lush, playful movies. The Japanese animation house outdoes itself with this stunning story, a bleak reminder that it is often the children who suffered the most from warfare. The use of animation achieves a power that live action probably wouldn't have matched, as the movie follows two kids orphaned after American bombers destroy their hometown, heralded by many as one of the most moving anti-war films. Number 7, Glory. Glory pays overdue tribute to the 37,000 African American soldiers who died fighting for the Union cause, but at the same time, it doesn't shy away from showing the racism and inequality that existed in the ranks. Glory is a gut-wrenching portrait of why these men were so willing to fight in this war. It's also a film willing to show the brutality of this war in an uncompromised fashion.
So full of hate you just want to go out and fight everybody, because you've been whipped and chased by hounds. Well, that might not be living, but it sure as hell ain't dying. And dying's what these white boys been doing for going on 3 years now. Dying by the thousands. Dying for you, fool.
Number 6, Platoon.
Yeah, sure you are. You're real sorry, ain't you? You're just crying your little hearts out about Sandy and Sal and Manny. Forgot about it, Bunny, huh? Let's go. What do you say?
Platoon is a proper adaptation of the many things that can go wrong in the human mind when pushed to its limit. Charlie Sheen plays a young man with a longing for glory who enlists in the Vietnam War, but quickly he realises the many costs as his cohort begin to turn on each other over how they respectively treat the locals. As this film progresses, it reveals itself as more of a psychological thriller than a war movie, blurring the lines between good and bad in a scarring way. Number 5, Full Metal Jacket.
Get up! Get on your feet! You had best yourself or I will unscrew your head and shut down your neck!
Sir, yes, sir!
Private Joker, why did you join my beloved corps?
Sir, to kill, sir!
So you're a killer?
Sir, yes, sir!
Let me see your war face!
Focusing almost entirely on the brutalities faced by young American soldiers in boot camp, Full Metal Jacket is a poetic commentary on the intensity of the Vietnam War from the perspective of a generally reasonable soldier. From the visionary mind of Stanley Kubrick, this film embodies the full spectrum of emotion faced by the average and unwilling recruit in the Vietnam War. With heavy themes of mental instability and verbal mercilessness enforced by the incredible R. Lee Ermey, this poignant war film will remain in the top ranks of war film classics. Number 4, Das Boot. Originally made as a 5-hour miniseries for German TV, cut to feature length for worldwide consumption, and finally expanded again to a 210-minute director's cut, Wolfgang Petersen's breathless, terrifying U-boat drama remains the most claustrophobic of all World War II movies. The film is a masterclass in economical tight-space storytelling, piling the pressure on both characters and audience alike. Number 3, Ran. Ran is an incredible feat of cinema, loosely based on Shakespeare's King Lear and set during the Sengoku period of civil war and social upheaval in medieval Japan. The film boasts some stunning cinematography, grandiose sets and incredible costume design. Akira Kurosawa was a master of many aspects of cinematic storytelling, and Ran is perhaps the best example in his entire filmography of his ability for creating epic conflict. Number 2, Showa. It's been 4 decades since Claude Lanzmann started work on this 9-hour documentary investigation into the minute details of mass murder. His method was to dismiss archive images and interviews and to return instead to the sites of the Holocaust, interviewing afresh those with first-hand experiences of events at Auschwitz, Treblinka, Chełmno and the Warsaw Ghetto. His subjects range from Jewish concentration camp survivors to former Nazi guards.
Das war immer so ruhig hier. Immer. Wenn die haben da jeden Tage verbrannt 2000 Leute, Juden. Es war auch so ruhig.
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honourable mentions that just missed the list. Kagemusha, The Killing Fields, Born on the 4th of July, Breaking Morant,
We caught them, and we shot them under Rule 303!
Tal Vasota, Empire of the Sun.
Cadillac of the sky!
Number 1, Come and See. Soviet director Elem Klimov's harrowing Come and See opens with a Belarusian teen imitating a soldier as he and a friend dig through a trench looking for guns. In a process, he seems to summon war to his village, first in the form of a partisan militia who enlists him to fight the German invaders, then in the form of the Germans themselves, who arrive not just as conquerors but as gleeful sadists with no regard for human life. It's a stark and haunting depiction of innocence lost that's built around brutal recreations of World War II atrocities. A cinematic tour of hell filled with surreal images and overwhelming scenes of chaos. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for our next video in the series looking at the best war movies of the 1970s.